Hello everyone. In this video series, we will be learning about rectification of errors. Which errors, how we will rectify, what are the methods to rectify, that all we will be learning in this chapter. The most important thing is that to understand rectification properly, please go and watch series 2 where I am discussing the journal and ledgers, okay? Why? Because it is very important to get a basic understanding of journal and ledger so that we do not make that mistakes here, okay? Now understand. First thing we have to learn here is that what do we mean by errors? When we are talking about errors, what are errors and which errors we are talking about? You can say errors here means the accounting errors. Okay, whatever errors you are making, if you are writing the figure wrong, if you are debiting or crediting the wrong accounts, those errors. Okay. What do you mean by rectification? Rectification basically means when we have done some mistake or when we have written some wrong account name, wrong amounts we have written, we have to correct the wrong. So that's why the word rectification, the word itself means correcting the wrong is called as rectifying. Understood? So I can write here that correcting the wrong accounting error. Understood the statement? Rectification of errors means correcting the wrong accounting errors. How will we correct the wrong accounting errors? See, correcting the wrong accounting errors by nullifying the errors. Sir, what do we mean by nullifying the errors? See, I'll tell you by taking a very simple example. Let's see, we have made a sale to Ram rupees 500. Okay. So when I ask you what will be the journal entry, you will say, sir, journal entry is very simple. That will be Ram account debit to sales 500. Simple enough. If I tell you that by mistake, no, I did not write here 500, I have written here 50 and 50 only, then what will you say? Sir, erase that entry and prepare a new entry, pass a new entry. That is what I am telling you here, that you cannot erase any journal entry, okay? You have to put another entry after this so that the total of those entries will become 500. Now tell me, if I want here amounts as 500 and 500, what should I do? See, remember one thing, you cannot edit this entry, you cannot delete this entry, okay, you cannot erase this entry, you have to pass another entry to recover the loss or whatever mistake you have done, I can say, to rectify the error. So when I ask you this, you know that I had to, suppose I had to pass the entry for 500, so you will say, sir, pass another entry, Ram account debit to sales 450 and 450. This is how we nullify the error of 450 rupees. Understood? Simple enough. This was just taught you to give you a clarification that you cannot erase the wrong entry, okay? You have to keep it. Now, starting from the very introduction, check. Here we have concept number 1. Introduction. Concept number 1 is introduction. Which introduction we are learning here? See, I am telling you how the accounts were prepared. See, we are supposed to know how was it prepared so that we will know where can be the errors. When we will know that where can be the errors, only then we can rectify those, okay? So here we know that first we will pass the journal entry in journal book. So I will write here journal first. Then from journal you record, or you say you record the entry in journal, then you post that in ledger. We already know that journal and ledger both are books of accounts, okay? These both are books. Journal to ledger, then to trial balance, then final accounts. Simple. Now understand. In journal, what do we do? In journal, you will say, sir, we record the journal entry. What do we do in ledger? Then that entry, what we have recorded in the journal, that we will post into the ledger. Posting into ledger. Okay. For learning this particular chapter, we are breaking this flow of accounts into two. Please focus. I can say that this part is before preparation of trial balance, and this part is obviously after preparing the trial balance. We have discussed in detail about trial balance in our series of miscellaneous. Okay, please go and check before learning this. See, understand, accounts you cannot just start with any random chapter. Okay, you have to first learn the fundamentals, then journals, then ledgers, then bills receivable, that chapter of bills of exchange, then trial balance, then only you can understand rectification of errors in better terms. Okay, now record the journal entry and then post into the ledger. See, understand, if I tell you that you can do a mistake while recording the journal entry, so what will you say, sir? It means while recording there can be an error. Correct. So I can write here that here can be error of recording. Okay. Then while posting into ledger also there can be the errors. So you can write here that it will be called as error of posting. It means, understand, there can be error while recording or there can be error while posting. Sir, can you please elaborate? Understand this. See, when writing the journal entry, as we have already seen in the RAM account debit to sales, that journal entry, there was a possibility that instead of 500 we wrote only 50. So that is called as that you have made an error while recording itself. We will learn more about the recording errors and posting errors also. To just give you a clarification, whenever they are saying that you have recorded the entry wrong and when they say that you have posted the error wrong, then you will understand that these both are different things. How? See, when error of recording has been done there, then you can say that there is an error in debit and credit items. Understood? Because while recording you pass the journal entry, one account is debited, another is credited. So there is definitely error in debit and credit items, both of the items. Okay. In error of posting, what happens? There is an error in the particular account. Whichever account they are saying, there is an error. How? Understand this. Suppose I tell you that sold goods to Ram rupees 500 was posted in his account as rupees 50. What does it mean? That, sir, we prepared the Ram's ledger account. We were supposed to write here two sales We were supposed to write here 500, but see what is the question saying? Was posted in his account as rupees 50. It means I have not posted 500 in his account. I have posted only 50. It means the problem is with only Ram account. Okay. To rectify that, what we will do? I will write here one more item to 450 rupees because I have to make this column entirely as 500. Now, what will I write here? That is the first question. Understood? And from there only we will start our first capsule also. Understood this? So what should I write here when only Ram's account has been affected? So I will just erase here and we will go to the capsule page to understand the sums in detail. Rectification of error, capsules, check. The first capsule we have here is rectify the errors which are detected before preparation of the trial balance. That is what we were focusing here, before preparation of the trial balance. Okay, and before preparation of trial balance, the capsules we have are check. Sale to Pawan rupees 20,000 posted to his account as rupees 2,000. It means, see, there was this Pawan's account. I am just showing you the picture of Pawan account, that how it looks and what we have to correct. Sale to Pawan was 20,000. So we were supposed to write here to sale 20,000 rupees. Simple. But they are saying it was posted to his account as rupees 2,000. It means they posted 10 less. Okay. So they have posted only 2,000. Now how will you rectify this? See, you know that in Pawan's account there should be 20,000, but it is only 2,000. So you will say, sir, write amount of 18,000. It will make it 20,000. The question is, what are we supposed to write here? See, you will write here to short debit for sales. Understood? See, to short means because we wrote here less amount, so that was the short of the original amount. So, and then we have to debit the Pawan's account. This is debit side, this is credit side. Pawan account debit to short debit for sales account. Why? Because that we debited short, the sales account should be debited by 20, but we short debited by 18,000. So we are writing to short debit for sales account 18,000. Now this was the picture, but you are not supposed to draw this every time. You can just directly write here to short debit for sales, that is 18,000 rupees. Sir, are we not supposed to pass the journal entry now? No. Why? Because these things are detected before the preparation of the trial balance. Whenever it is before, you are just supposed to write a single statement. That's it, nothing else. Okay. So you will write this to short debit for sales rupees 18,000. That's it. Now moving further, sales to Pawan rupees 20,000 debited to his account as rupees 2,000. Now what does this mean? This is exactly the same only. Then sir, why do we have different category for this? Understand, here we used the word posted, here we use the word debited, but remember the answer for both are same only, because we were supposed to debit Pawan's account only, right? When I have prepared here Pawan account debit, so when I am writing on this side, on the debit side, it means I am debiting the Pawan's account. So Pawan account debit, I am writing here to short debit for sales rupees 18,000. Simple. Now see what's it saying. Sale to Pawan rupees 20,000 credited to his account as rupees 2,000. Oh my god. See what is happening. This is the Pawan's account. First I am telling you what actually happened. They are saying we credited his account by 2,000. So credited his account by 2000. Understood? But we both know that we should have debited the account. What would have been the original entry? We should have written on the debit side 20,000 for sales. Okay. What is the mistake we did? We written on credit side 2000. I wanted 20,000 on debit side, but I have written 2,000 on credit side. So understand this thing. Which amount will I write here to balance that? So if you can understand by the number line, see, if I tell you that this is the positive side, okay, and this is the negative side. Actually, I wanted to write 20,000 this side. Understood? But I have written 2000 here on the positive side. Now tell me, see, this is me, okay. I was supposed to go here 20,000 steps, okay, but I went here 2000 steps on this side. Now tell me how much I have to travel from here to here. You will say, sir, obviously you have to travel totally 22,000 steps. Understood? Very simple. I was supposed to travel here 20,000 steps, but now I traveled here 2000 steps. So the total rectification will be this 22,000. Exactly the same thing happening here. See what has happened. We had to debit the 20,000, but I credited 2000. So now I have to debit here how much? 22,000 rupees. Understood? Why? Because now if you can understand, then effect will become 22 minus 2. How much will be the effect? 20,000 on debit side is more. Okay. That is what we wanted from the first day itself, that there should be 20,000 on the debit side. Now I will write here 2 error rectified for credit sales rupees 22,000. Simple. Now sale to Raman rupees 5,600 posted to his account as 6,500. Oh my god. We sold him goods how much? 5,600. Posted to his account how much? 6,500. Check. Raman to sales. What should have happened? We should have written 5,600. Okay. But what mistake we did? We wrote 6,500. So don't you think that we have written extra amount of 900 rupees? Correct? Now remember this thing. I have already told you. This is what actually has happened. Okay. I cannot erase that 6,500. That is impossible. We cannot do that. This entry has been passed to sales 6,500. But I want here only 5,600. What should I do? Sir, write on the credit side. Why? Because it will nullify the effect. That is what our rectification means, to nullify the error. So I will write here by dash 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 900 rupees, so that the effect will be 6,500 debit minus this 900 credit. So 5,600 will be our debit side's total. Understood? That will be our debit balance of 5,600. So I will write here by. In the first case, we wrote too short debit because the debit was less. Now we have debited extra sales. So I will write here by excess debit for sales rupees 900. Simple. Now, purchase of rupees 8755 from Naman posted to his account as 5578. It means, see, this is Naman's account. In Naman's account, they are saying we posted to his account how much? 5578. So I was supposed to write here by purchase. We were supposed to write 8755. What we wrote? 5578. Okay, sorry. 5578. But sir, we had to write 8755. So I have written less amount, I have written short amount. So I will write here. You have to write some amount here extra to make the total of 8755. Understood? So if I do this calculation to make 8755, what amount we are supposed to add? We have to add 7713. This is what amount we are supposed to add. So I can write here, I will write something here by something something something, and the amount will be 3177. Why? Because the total I want is 8755. So sir, what will we write? See, we will write here by, because we have written short here, short credited. You can write short credited, or you can also write by less credit. What was the reason? For sale or purchase? Purchase. For purchase. How much? 3177. See, if you can make a picture in your brain, no, see what error I have done before the trial balance, after the trial balance. I am telling you, rectification of error is one of the simplest chapters in entire 11th standard. Okay. Now, after this, see, cash sale to Amit of rupees 10,000 posted as rupees 1,000. See what is happening. Now, cash sale to Amit of rupees 10,000 was posted as rupees 1,000. What does it mean? See, the journal entry, if you can think, it will become cash account debit to sales 10,000 and 10,000. Simple. They are saying posted as rupees 1,000. It means, understand, if it is cash account debit, it means we will write this journal entry in the cash book. Now they are saying posted as 1,000 rupees. It means in the sales account we have posted only 1,000. We had to put how much? We had to put 10,000. So I can say that sales account will be credited by rupees 9,000. Understood? Now after this, debit balance of rupees 5,000 was carried forward as a credit balance in Ramesh's account. What does it mean? Understand this. They are saying actually the balance was 5,000 rupees in debit side, okay, but we took it as carried balance, as credit balance. Now I can say, suppose this is my number line 0. Now debit side, credit side, okay. We had to write debit side 5,000 rupees, but by mistake we wrote 5,000 in the credit side, okay. So understand this, I was standing here, I had to go here 5,000 steps, but by mistake I went there. So how much I have to travel back? I have to travel entire 10,000. Understood? I have to travel 10,000 steps in the debit side. So I can say that to a debit balance which was wrongly credited rupees 10,000. Understand, this is Ramesh's account, credit side, debit side. The correct would have been if I would have been written here 5,000, but by mistake I wrote 5,000 on the credit side. I wanted 5,000 on the debit side. So now what is the correction I have made? To make it, I have corrected it as writing 10,000 on the debit side. Understood? So 10,000 minus 5,000 will make it 5,000 on the debit side. That is what question required us to do. Simple enough. Last thing we have here is credit purchase of furniture of rupees 10,000 from Ronak was posted as rupees 1,000. See, we will understand this question in a better fashion after understanding a very small topic. First we will cover that. Let's see. Check. We have already learned before preparation of trial balance and after preparing the trial balance. Here it will be error of recording and error of posting. Now understand one very important thing. See, we learnt that there can be error in the recording and there can be error in the posting, okay, but how many types of error can be there? Understand this. Concept 1 is done. Concept number 2. Types of error. Okay, see, there can be error of omission. Sir, what does error of omission means? See, if I have told you that we have sold goods to Sham for say 10,000 rupees, error of omission means we have not passed any journal entry only. Understood? Error of omission means no journal entry has been passed. Simple. It means we will rectify it. How will we rectify that? That we will learn. Now, this is the first type of error. Second is error of compensating, or you can say compensating errors. Compensating errors. What does it mean? See, the word compensating means that actually you had to debit some account, but you didn't debit that particular account and you debited another account. So understand this. One account is debited, one is credited, okay, in a particular journal entry. Now, by mistake, we wrote the different names of the account, but the amounts are same. So remember this, it will compensate your error as the total of the trial balance will match. Understand like this. Suppose I had to write that wages paid 500, okay. So I will write the entry wages account debit to cash 500, 500. Wages is my expense, cash is gone. So I will write wages to cash. But suppose instead of wages, I have written here repairs. So technically if you will see, I had to debit the wages, okay. But now understand, while preparing the trial balance, I hope you have already seen the video of trial balance, which is in the miscellaneous topic, okay. So in trial balance, if I would have written wages here, debit side, credit side, still the amount will come here 500, okay, and cash will be reduced from here minus 500. So you can say that both the sides will match, but the problem is I didn't write wages, I have written here repairs. Still think wages and repair both are expense only, so both will come on the debit side itself. So the trial balance will be unaffected. Understand this, but we have to pass the rectifying entry. This error is called as compensating error, where the error is there, but the error is such that it is not affecting the trial balance. Understood? So you can write here that the total of trial balance is unaffected. Understood? And we will obviously see how to correct it. I am just giving you a glance of what are the errors. We will solve examples, we will solve capsules for everything, okay. C is error of principle. What is error of principle? Understand. It says that there is not only technical mistake, there is mistake or there is error in the principles of accounting itself, how you have followed them. See, if I tell you that we repaired our machinery and we have paid 3,000 rupees. So what should be the journal entry? You will say, sir, journal entry should be repairs account debit to cash. Simple, it will be 3,000, 3,000. Now understand, repairs to cash 3,000 is the correct journal entry, but by mistake what we have written? We have written machinery account debit to cash 3,000 and 3,000. Sir, but why it is called as principle? Why it is error of principle? Understand this. This is error of principle because repairs is expense. You should have debited the expense, but what you have debited? You have debited the asset. Understood? That's why it is called as error of principle. You were supposed to debit the expense, but you are debiting asset only. So that is wrong. Understood? In compensating error, we had to debit some expense, but we debited another expense. So we cannot say that is error of principle, but this error is error of principle, that is expense and asset. Understood? Now I will just erase this. We will write here that when revenue expenditure are treated as capital expenditure and vice versa. Okay, there are many things. You can also say when revenue income is treated as capital income and all those things, capital receipt and vice versa. So after that, the fourth error we have here is D, error of commission. In error of commission comes most of the journal entries, most of the questions are from this part only. Understand? It can be understood as, see, error of commission means you can say writing wrong amount in subsidiary books. We have already covered the subsidiary books in the series. We have entire series on subsidiary books. Please go and check. Point number B we have here is posting wrong amount in wrong account, or you can say posting wrong amount in correct account, or posting correct amount in wrong account. Understood? So these can be the different errors what we can make. Okay, or you can say that posting amount on the wrong sides of the account, posting wrong amount in wrong side of correct account, and there can be many things like this. Okay, you have posted correct amount but at the wrong side, you had to put on the debit side, but you put the amount on the credit side of the correct account. So all those mistakes will appear in the error of commission. Okay, before that, starting with the capsules, I will give you just a glance of the journal and ledger again, just to revise that. See, concept number 3, that is day book, what we call as subsidiary books. Subsidiary book. Okay, so what does day book say? See, we already know how many day books are there. I am just revising everything. See, sales book, or if I can say that there are two types of transactions, those will be cash transaction and non-cash transactions. Now, cash transactions are recorded in cash book. Non-cash transactions are recorded in the other subsidiary books, such as, see, it can be sales book, purchase book, sales return, then purchase return, sir, what do we record in sales book? In sales book we record the credit sales. In purchase book, credit purchase. In sales return, whatever credit sale you made, if you are returning that, returning of credit sale. Suppose you made a credit sale. Now that customer is returning you those goods back. So return of credit sales, and then here will be returning credit purchases. Remember, one more important book was general journal. See, day book is nothing but journal only. Okay, in journal we have these all books: cash book, sales book, purchase book, sales return, purchase return. General journal, where all the other entries are recorded. Okay, all other remaining entries. Why it is important to learn this before solving the sums? Understand, whenever they are saying that there is a problem in the sales book or there is some wrong entry in the sales book, understand this thing: whatever amount is there in the sales book, that we transfer to the sales account. Credit side, because sales is credited, purchases. So whatever total is there in purchase book, that we will transfer in purchase account. Which side? Debit side. Understood? I will give you a picture that will make you understand this better. Suppose there is a purchase book. Okay, please watch very carefully. Purchase book it is the day book, which is purchase book. In purchase book, how do we write this? See, we will write here the information. Suppose X Limited, we purchase from X Limited, say of amount 5,000. Okay, then from Y we purchased 10,000, then from A we purchased say 30,000. Okay, so what's the total? Total is 45,000. Now this 45,000 will be transferred to purchase account, debit side. Okay, we will do the total of this 45,000. So purchase account debited 45,000. When you are making purchase account, you will write here to balance 45,000. Simple enough. Understand this. Whenever they are saying that there is a problem in the book, or you can say there is the problem in the day book, then understand there is problem with that particular account. Purchase book means there is a problem with the purchase account. Okay, whenever they are saying that there is a totaling error, totaling error means what? Suppose this total is 45, but by mistake I have written only 40,000. So I have written here 40,000. So it means I had to write purchase account again debit by how much? How much was there? 45. I am writing 40. So I will write here extra purchase account debit by 5,000 rupees. We will understand this in detail while solving the sums. I am just giving you a glance of it. Okay, this is the entire picture. Now if I tell you the totaling error which we just made from transferring from book to account, that is what called as casting error. Understood? So we have learned totally 3 kinds of errors, that are recording, then posting, then there can be casting. Casting is when you are recording and when you are transferring, or you can say when you are posting, if you are making the totaling error, that totaling error is called as casting error. Now let's go to the capsules. We have the question for error of recording. Error of recording, it means error has happened in the recording the journal entry. It means error is in the subsidiary books. Now see, please understand, very important. A credit sale of rupees 1700 to Ram was recorded as rupees 7100. Now what is the correct entry? You tell me. A credit sale of 1700 to Ram, it means you have sold goods to Ram worth 1700. So your correct entry is Ram to sales 1700. So I will write here in correct entry Ram account debit 1700 to sales 1700. Simple enough. This is what our correct entry is. Now after this, understand this. If I tell you it was recorded as 7100. Means what is the wrong entry? Wrong entry was Ram account debited by 7100 and we credited sales as 7100. Understood? See, wrongly I have written 7100. I had to write how much? 1700. Okay. How will I get the rectification entry? Now understand the steps. First, you will write the wrong entry. We have written correct entry in this case just to tell you that how it is happening. Okay. First you will write the wrong entry, that what wrong we have done. Now step 2 will be just reverse the wrong entry. Reverse it. It will become sales account debit 7100 to Ram 7100. See, these steps we are learning because we are in the beginning stage. Okay. After solving some around 20-30 journal entries, 20-30 questions of rectification, we will be able to pass directly rectified entry. Okay. Now understand. This was the wrong entry. How will we correct it? Just reverse the wrong entry. We reversed it. Now pass the correct entry. This is the correct entry. Now this was the step 3 of correct entry. To get the final answer, rectified entry in one step, what will you do? Add step 2 and step 3. Now if I add these both, the answer I will get, that will be my rectified entry. Now see how it happens. Ram account is debited by 1700, but here Ram is credited by 7100. So in my answer I will write here to Ram. How much is the difference? 5400, and sales will be there. Sales account debit 5400. Understood? Very easy. See, we'll do few more capsules. A credit sale of rupees 1700 to Mohan was recorded as sales to Krishan. See, what is the wrong we have done here? Sir, we had to sell goods to Mohan. See, we have actually sold goods to Mohan, but the name I have written is Krishan. So the wrong entry is, I have written Krishan account debit to sales of how much? 1700 and 1700. Understood? This sale we recorded as this. Now what will I do? I will reverse the wrong entry. So you will write here sales account debit to Krishan 1700. Now what is the correct entry? See, we had to write the sale entry for Mohan. So I will write here Mohan to sales. Mohan debit to sales 1700 and 1700. Simple. Now I have to add second and third. The answer will be, check with me, sales debit 1700 and sales here also credit 1700. So sales will nullify. Mohan debit to Krishan is our final answer. So I will write here Mohan account debit to Krishan 1700 and 1700. Simple enough. Now check. Next we have here is a credit sale of 1700 to Asha was recorded as sales to Anshul, and that too as rupees 7100. Two mistakes we have done. First mistake was with the name. We had to write Asha, we wrote Anshul. Then second mistake is we recorded it as 7100. See, we have to focus on three things. First is the name, second is the amount, third is they have said was recorded. They have not said posted. Remember this, if they are saying recorded, it means the error is in the both the accounts, debit side and credit also. Debit and credit, both the items are wrong. Understood? See, so the entry will be, it was recorded as sales to Anshul. So the wrong entry is Anshul account debit to sales. We wrote 7100. We have written this. Now We have to reverse this. Sales account debit to Anshul 7,100, 7,100. Simple. What is the correct entry? Correct entry was credit sale of 1700 to Asha. So, Asha account debit to sale. How much? 1700, 1700. Understood? What's the last step? Add the second and third. What will be your answer? C. Sales was debited 7,100. Sales is credited 700. So you can say, see, whichever side is the higher, that will remain. So debit side is higher, 7,100, 700. So you will write your sales account debit. How much? 5,400. Simple. Asha account you have to debit. So Asha account debit 1,700 to Anshul 7,100. Simple enough. This is how we have to proceed with the rectification. What's the next question? A credit sale of rupees 1700 to Mohan was recorded in purchase book. See, we made a sale to Mohan. Where did we record? We recorded in purchase book. Understand? If I have recorded in the purchase book, it means both debit and credit are wrong because they are saying recorded. So, wrongly I have written purchase account debit to Mohan 1700, 1700. This is the wrong one. I have to reverse it. So, Mohan account debit to purchase 1700, 1700. Okay. Now we have to write the correct entry. What is the correct entry? A credit sale of rupees 1700 to Mohan. So I will write here Mohan account debit to sales. How much? 1,700, 1,700. Now what we have to do? We have to do the total, and the total is, see, Mohan account debit 1700, Mohan account debit 1700. So total Mohan account will be debited by Mohan account debited by 3,400. Then to purchase, to sales, to purchase, to sales 1700 and 1700. Remember this, your rectified journal entry will also tally each and every time. If it is not telling, it means your answer is wrong. You know that. Okay. Now see, the next question we have here is, a credit sale of old machine to Sohan for rupees 1700 was entered in the sales book for rupees 7,100. See, what mistake we have done, please understand. A credit sale of machine was given, but we entered in the sales book. See, it means what journal entry we have passed? We have written Sohan account debit because we have entered in the sales book. So I can say Sohan account debit to sales 7,100. Sales account 7,100. Okay. What is the wrong entry? Wrong entry was Sohan account to sales 7,100. Now we have to reverse it. Now reversing it, what will it become? It will become sales account debit to Sohan 7,100, 7,100. Simple. This was the wrong entry. Now what we have done? We have just reversed the wrong entry. After this, what will happen? Check. What is the correct entry? A credit sale of old machine to Sohan was 1700. So I will write here Sohan account debit to machinery. How much? 1,700 and 1,700. I have sold the machinery for 1700. Now what will we do? Add the second and third part. Second and third. reversal and the correct entry we add to get the rectified entry. So I will write here. See, Sohan account was debited here 1700. Sohan account credited 7100. So I will write here to Sohan 7100 minus 1700, it will become 5400. Now sales account was see, you can just tick it whichever is completed. Sohan is done. Then to machinery 1700, you can write here to machinery 1700. Then sales account is debited. So sales account debited 7100. This will be our rectified entry. See, understand, we are not originally supposed to pass these entries, okay? These we are doing, this is the method of learning rectification of errors. Our answer is this entry only. That's it. This is our final answer. This all drama, wrong entry, reversal of wrong entry, correct entry, that we are doing because we are in the beginner stage. We are just learning the rectification. When we will get a better quality of understanding, well, we will get fine with the rectification, no, then you can directly pass the rectification. We will do the sums also, don't worry, okay? Now, the next is cash sale of 1700 to Gaurav was recorded as rupees 7100. See, very easy. What is the wrong thing they have done? It was recorded as 7100. So, cash account debit. I am writing first the wrong entry. Cash to sales, how much? 7100. 7100. This is the wrong. Now reverse it. Sales account debit to cash 7100. 7100. If any person watching this video is facing problems with the journal entry, I am telling you again, please complete the series 2. There I have written almost 30 to 40 journal entries focusing on each and every bit important thing. Okay, every minute thing has been focused there. Please get an understanding on that. Okay, or else there is no purpose of learning rectification. It is just impossible to learn rectification if you are not thorough with the concept of journal and ledger. Okay, now what's the correct entry? Cash sale was of 1700, so I will write here cash account debit to sales 1700. Okay, so this is the reversal, this is the correct entry. Add both of these. So first we will check the debit. Cash account debit 1700, cash account credit 7100. So what will happen? You will write to cash 5400. Done. Then sales account debit 7100, sales account credit. So you will write here sales account debit 5400. Simple. I have little space constraint. You please give a proper presentation. Okay. Now after this, bills receivable of rupees 8100 received from Ravinder. It was recorded in bills payable book. See, we have sales book, sales return book, like that. We have bills receivable book and bills payable book also. Now understand what has happened. Understand this. What is the correct journal entry? I have received bills receivable from Ravinder. So I can say that bills receivable debit to Ravinder. How much? 8100. 8100. This was supposed to be my correct entry. What we have done? It was recorded in bills payable book. If it is written in the bills payable book, it means both the accounts are wrong. Okay, so I have written Ravinder debit to bills payable. How much? 8100. 8100. Understand this. If I am writing in the bills receivable book, I would have written bills receivable to Ravinder, but I have recorded in bills payable book, so I would have written Ravinder to bills payable only. Understood? Now how will we correct this? First we have to reverse this. So reversing this, it will become bills payable account debit to Ravinder 8,100, 8,100. Simple. Adding these two, it will become, see, bills receivable, bills payable to Ravinder, so it will become, starting with the bills payable account debit, so you will write here bills payable debit, then bills receivable debit, BR account debit. You cannot write the short forms, okay, remember. Then to Ravinder. Amounts are 8,100, 8,100, and here will be 16,200. I will show you the answer. This is your answer. Understood? Now, just to focus there, this is our correct answer. Bills payable 8,100, BR account 8,100, then to Ravinder 16,200. Simple enough? Now, moving to the next question. See, cash purchase of rupees 8,100 from Bharat was recorded as rupees 1,800. I purchased from Bharat, but it is a cash purchase, so Bharat's account will not come, the name of Bharat will not come. We recorded as 1,800, so I can write here, I have written purchase account debit to cash. I was supposed to write 8,100, I have written 1,800. 1,800. Now, reverse this wrong entry. Cash account debit to purchase 1,800. 1,800. What's the correct entry? Correct entry is 8,100. So you will write here purchase account debit to cash 8,100, 8,100. Okay. Now adding these two will give you the rectified entry, and your rectified entry will be C. Cash account, cash, cash. Here also purchase and purchase. So focus. Cash account debit 1,800, credit 8,100. So it will come to cash 6,300, and it will appear here purchase account debit 6,300. Understood? This is our error of recording. These are the capsules. You have to practice like this only. Like this only you will get thorough with the rectification. Understood? Now, moving further. Next is the error of principle. We will solve the sums of error of principle in the next video. Thank you so much.